Hello, honeys. So I'm trying something new today. I got my selfie stick, as you see. So, a little video about what's happened over the weekend. As you see in the thumbnail, my Escort is inside. That makes me happy. Do you know the reason why it makes me happy? Because when, on the weekends now, I can porch with it. Maybe in the evenings after I've picked Hunter up from school, I can porch with it. And it's been parked up in the back shed for, well, nearly 2 years now. Maybe. Yeah, which is a bit depressing because, yeah, I've done a lot of work to it and I haven't touched it. So, I will go through what it is. But first of all, I'm going to go through how much of a ball ache it was to get in here. So, I don't know whether you've seen outside before of how much of a mess it was and what was out there. So, I'll go through it for you. This side had Drew's car on them things, so he was working on it out here. But I felt bad because all the work he was doing was just rusting over again. So, as you see by here now, where he's wire wheeled all underneath there, I don't know if you can see it, it started having surface rust over it again. Not that the surface rust matters, because that will come off really easy, and obviously treat the metal before primering it with zinc primer. So that's not too bad. So that's going to be going inside now, and if he needs to, he can work on the 2-poster with it on Thursdays when he has his days off. So we'd be able to wire wheel it, and then I can treat it that same day and stuff, blah 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 blah. And then you might see this thing by here. So this thing is a spec lift. So it's an underbody spec lift. It was on, I don't know whether you're going to be able to see it. So see on the back of the Transit, where it's got that box thingy-majiggy with a big spoiler on the roof. So it was on that. But it had a rotten chassis, which I will show you in a minute now. So as you can see, parts of it up there. Rotten yucca V. So the only thing that was good about it was that bit and the lockers, really. So that's the only bits I'm going to use. And as we come around this side, as you can see, the 7 Series and the KA are out. And I'm actually really gutted because I wrote the KA off. The 7 Series doesn't have no brakes. As you see over there. It doesn't even have discs. And it's got a stupid electronic gear knob with an electronic handbrake. Everything's just electronic. So when I was driving it backwards, as you can see, it's on a bit of a hill, it wouldn't stop. And it used the KA as a stopper. And you can't see it under there, but under there, I can't open the boot because it's jammed. But all inside there is all twisted, and I'm rather gutted about that. So inside a minute from the KA. Talking about KA, I done an auto test yesterday in a 1.3 KA and that grey Sport KA. And would you like to know the times of the difference in the times with the Sport and the 1.3? Well, so the fastest time I think was done was 64 seconds. And there was 7 seconds between the 1.3 KA and the 1.6 KA. So the difference between the Sport with the wheels, the suspension, the better steering, because it does feel like it's got better steering, the bigger power engine, blah 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 blah. So the difference between the two KAs is 7 seconds around a 64-second track. So yeah, little FYI for you. So then we will go around this side and have a gander as what I've done around here. As you can see, I can get up here now. That's part of the chassis that was off the spec. As you can see, it is very, very rotten. And yeah, as you can see, I've had a very, very good tidy up round here. I'm not tripping over the Range Rover chassis no more, which was there, as you can see. The shitty gearbox blade out of the Transit. Well, done my nut in, but yeah. The back end of the chassis of the Range Rover that I was tripping up and over, yeah. And then, as you come around here, the old Transit that I had there, half of it's disappeared. The only thing I wanted off that was the back of the chassis. Because the chassis on the back of the white van I showed you round the corner is rotten. So I chopped the front off the van. And yeah, I now have something which is easier to move. And then there's the red spec lift, which was all the way down there in the way, as you remember. So now the Barcus is in there, all locked up, secure, nice and dry. It was pointless it being on the four-poster, just taking up my space. When it's up in the air as well, it covers the light. So when you're working by the door, it is very hard to see. So now I have light. So yeah, there's all the scrap. And yes, I did chop Hunter's bike in half because he was very, 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 very naughty yesterday. And I mean very naughty. So yeah, I had to teach him a little bit of a lesson, which he was quite upset about. But hey ho. So yeah, we'll go back inside now and talk about the Escort. The plan of getting this in here is obviously, as you know, I am working on the top secret thing which is in there, which is the Mito. And I'm going to be getting a jumper for them, and it's going to be called the Mito. Anyway, I brought this in here because, I say, when I'm doing the Mito, I've got nothing through the week that I can show and do a YouTube about. And I think my YouTubes are getting rather boring of me showing you around Elan Valley and all this shit. Because none of you like that. You want to see car stuff. So I will show you car stuff. I can actually work on this bits and bobs when I'm going then. As you see, she's in a little bit of a mess a minute. That is the full wiring loom out of a Audi TT. And if you're wondering why it has a loom of an Audi TT, and the seats of an Audi TT, and the steering wheel of an Audi TT, and the gear knob of an Audi TT, it's because it's actually an Audi TT, as you might have guessed. So if you see this engine, the engine is a 20 valve turbo, 1.8 20 valve turbo, out of a, guess what? Oh, it says fucking TT. At the minute, it is a BAM, as you can see here. But in the boot, I have an AGU head, which is in this box. A nice AGU head, which means it's the large port. So yeah, I'm going for big power with this. Stacey Fenton from Pro Race Engineering, he's going to be giving me a little bit of help with bits and stuff and what I need. And we're going to be going for about 600 horsepower in this one. Pretty much like the first KA I built. So basically, it's going to be a cheaper, faster, less problematic Cosworth replica. And as like I said, it's going to be cheaper than a Cosworth. It's going to be faster than a Cosworth. It's going to look like a Cosworth. It's going to be a Cosworth without the Cosworth badge. But I do have a badge for it. I do. Bear with. Never mind, I can't find it. But I do have badges for it, which I will show in the future. And they're called an EscorTT RS Quatsworth. That's what it's going to be called. As you can see, it's got the big wing. You've got to have that on a Cosworth. And underneath, which I'm going to tutty down now, and I'm on my selfie stick still, so I can put you out there. It has a differential and drive shafts. Yeah, boy. Which means, yes, it is four-wheel drive. So this is my baby, which I started working on in my old unit. Sorry, I got a bit of a frog in my throat. Which I started working on in my old unit. And, yeah, I needed to do work. And, yeah, it got neglected. They're not the wheels that are staying on it. So originally, like, I really like those wheels. The 17s on a Cosworth, I don't think look right. They look a bit small, I think. But as you see with the front wheels, they got a little bit of poke. Obviously, the back ones haven't yet because they are just literally screwed on just to get them out of the way. They're not even glued on tidy. And also, as you see, the front wheels are not in the middle of the arch. And the reason behind that is these arches are fiberglass replicas of Cosworth arches. So they literally bolt onto a Mark V and they fit with the wheel, the original wheel. Whereas the Cosworth, which I can't remember exact measurements, is like, well, that much further forward. Because it's based on... Did I write it down? No, I didn't write it down. I wrote it down somewhere. I can't remember exactly what it was, but... I don't know, I can't remember. So, it's that far anyway. There's that much difference, as you see. So I've got it, so the floor pan, the front wheels are in line with original Cosworth ones. So what I have to do is alter this arch now to move it forward, obviously. But when I'm looking for a set of 18s, which I don't know what style to go for yet. So I'm looking for a set of 18s, which then I will put them on it and make the arches around those, because obviously they're going to stick out a little bit. So they are going to be a wider arched Cosworth, because that's what I want. I don't want it looking like exactly like a Cosworth, but I will be altering the arches, the original flare of the arches, and bringing them out more to make it all wider. But yeah, I've got quite a bit to do with it, but also there is quite a bit done. So all the welding work is done. I think, I can't remember, it's been so long now. So all the dashboard fits, the steering column's in, steering works, the brake pedals are in. It's literally a case stripping it all back out now. Painting all the floor nicely, because I've put all the rubber, what's it called, the tar stuff down on the floor and stuff. I've done it all nicely. Can you see on that side? Because I can't reach. No, there's a light there. But on the floor, there is. As you can see, it's full of knobwebs. So all the floor's been done. It's got that nice tar stuff over it to stop vibrations. So it's going to be a nice car to be in. The front seats are obviously Audi TT ones, just because they fit on the runners, and they kind of do look like the Recaros that are in the Escort Cosworth anyway. Apart from the, I can't remember what it was now, if it's 3 in the Escort or what. Yeah, I think it's 3 bulges in the Escort, whereas in this one it's only 2. Not bulges, soul lines. So I got the front and the back and the passenger seat. In the back, I'm not too sure of what to do. I think it's just going to be half cage in the back, because I don't really want to be fitting the TT seats in the back. And obviously the Escort seats, they ain't going to fit around the arch. I don't know. They might actually, because they're original inner arches on the front. I don't know yet, maybe. So I'll work it out when it goes. But that's obviously going to be in future videos of when I'm trying to work stuff out. Yeah, so it's literally a case of stripping it all out now. Not now, because it's work week. stripping it all out. I do want to move the engine back a bit, because I chopped a lot of the bulkhead out and made that strengthening brace. There's now a lot of room, but the drive shafts, we didn't get them, buddy. The drive shafts are actually really close to the subframe mounts. So I was looking at it yesterday, like if I can get an extra 2 inches on the front, it'll solve a lot of problems with the big inlet, radiator fitment and stuff like that. Obviously I want a big front mount intercooler. I'm unsure yet of whether to put the big front mount out of the front bumper, like the old max power days. So there's the Escort Cosworth bumper. Whether I put it out to the front end or hide it, I'm not sure yet. But as you see, it's a long way from that a minute. But yeah, if I can get that back an extra 2 inches, I'll be over the moon. Engine mounts are easy enough to move back. Like, they are literally bolts. So I could move that back towards that line maybe, and then brace it up possibly, I don't know. Same again this side, so all I need to do is make that bracket there further back, and happy days. It's just a case of them drive shafts, because see, as you see, this one is rather close. But what I'm thinking is, because the drive shafts are actually at an angle facing backwards, I don't know why they've done that, but they are. Because of that, I'm wondering whether if I move the engine mounts 2 inches further back, shorten the dog bone mount, because I've looked underneath, there's plenty of room underneath on the subframe to move it back. I think it was 1.5 inches or 2. I got 2 inches from there to there. So if I move these 1.5 inches back, yeah, obviously future videos, I will show and work it all out there and then. But these ones are easy enough to move back. And then I'll have plenty of room on the front end then for the inlet, the radiator, intercooler, blah-de-blah-de-blah. So I'm hoping that because of the angles of the drive shaft, they won't be too bad. But yeah, obviously future videos I'm going to be explaining in more detail and showing you maybe some welding work and stuff like that. Obviously body work, because yeah, it's rather rough. I do need to do some welding. Obviously I forgot about it, so it's not all the welding work done. I did lie to you. It was that, and that. And they're from when the rear quarter was changed many years ago. Don't know when, but it was done. So there does have to be welding work done on this side, which is not an issue because, yeah, it's easy enough. But I need a set of 18s. Not sure what style yet. I do like less spokes. So I don't know whether a set of those would look any good on an older car, maybe. I don't know. Because I can't work out, like I love these wheels, but I can't work out if they look right on this. Maybe, maybe not. Not too sure. But yeah, in the future videos, you will see my Escort TT Quatsworth. There's not much of me working today because I'm working on the meat door, not this. But I just wanted to show you and promise you there is going to be better content in the future. Less of me walking around random places explaining about Elan Valley, for instance, or abandoned care homes, because not many of you like that, because there's a different, like, I'm more customs, not an explorer. That's just some of the things I like doing. I also got in trouble a little bit with the exploring one. Someone, I think it was the owner, shared the video on, I don't even know what page it was, but shared it on a page saying bad things. When, and realistically, I didn't touch nothing, and I closed the doors, which, to me, I was being a security guard, because the doors were wide open, hence I went in, and I didn't take nothing. I was a good boy. I'm not stealing, not breaking, not farting, not burping, not picking my ass. If you remember that film, Every Which Way But Loose. Yeah. But yeah, I went in there basically as a security guard because the doors are wide open. I wanted to check if there was anybody in the place, and I closed the doors behind me. So yeah. But yeah, in the future, I promise you, there will be better content. Hence, I brought the escort in. Because at the minute, I can't do no decent-ish content, or what I think is decent-ish content, because I'm doing the meat tour. So I haven't really got nothing else to do. So on the weekends now, I can come in, I can work on that, and do some content for you. So if you subscribe, you will see future videos of this. Also, drop in the comments of what you think I should start on doing. As I say, there's a big long list on there of what I need to do. As you can see, it is still pretty much a bare shell. So drop in the comments of where I should start, because I'm looking at it and thinking, where do I start there now? And the way my ADHD is, say ADHD, I don't even know if I got it. It's just I've been told I think I have. So if you think I should start on doing the engine mounts, drop in the comments. If you think, oh no, if you think I should start on the wiring loom, drop in the comments. If you think I should start on painting the inside, drop in the comments. So let me know what you would like to see, please. So yeah, if you want to see more of this, drop a subscribe. Let me know, as I said, let me know what you think I should do next with it. And I'm going to end this video right by here now. So, goodbye. Bye, honeys. Thank you for watching.